Hey guys, Piffy here. I'm going to be doing a review today of the Amazon Fire Kids tablet, the 7-inch edition. It's 8 gigabytes and it comes with Wi-Fi. A couple quick things before I get into the tablet itself. I'm not being paid for this review. I bought it and decided to do the review on my own. The reason that I'm doing this video is because when I was looking for a tablet for my nephew earlier this year, I had a really hard time deciding which one would be best for him. We bought him a LeapPad last year and it was great, it was perfect, but he's really outgrown it in the last year. So I wanted something that was more like an adult tablet but that had really great parental controls on it, and I read tons of online reviews and I didn't seem to really find what I was looking for in them. So I wanted to do a review and include all of the things that I personally was looking for when I was looking for a tablet, that the questions that I wasn't able to get answered and things like that, so that if anyone else is looking for one, I know it's almost Christmas now, but that way if anyone else is looking for one and they have those kinds of questions, or even for a birthday, I wanted to be able to help someone else out. So that's the reason for this review. I'm not getting paid for it. I did purchase the product. I got it while it was on sale for like 10 bucks cheaper than the listing price of it through Amazon, but otherwise I paid for it just like everyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the review now, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm also going to put a link in the description to the actual deal that I got. It's still available on Amazon right now at the same price. And I definitely recommend it. Honestly, this particular product, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty rare for me when it comes to electronics, because there's almost always something that I wanted that I didn't get, or something that I think that they could do better. But honestly, overall, I think this tablet's amazing. And there's really nothing bad that I have to say about it. But I'm going to get into the review now and I'll explain why. So this is what the tablet itself looks like, and it's a little small on for a tablet. It's not as big as a full-size iPad, but for little hands, for little kids, it's going to be the perfect size. This one came with the pink kid-proof case. The case is also available in blue. This one, I just got the pink one because the blue one wasn't in stock at the moment. And I just bought the blue case separately. It's like 25 bucks on Amazon for the case by itself, so the fact that the case was included is amazing, and I just couldn't get the blue one that I wanted. So but the amount that I saved on the tablet and everything that I got in this deal, it wasn't a huge issue for me to have to buy the case that I wanted in a specific color separately. You don't have to get this particular type of case. There are tons of other cases that are available that are kid-style cases for this particular tablet that come in a range of colors. I will also link you the case that I purchased. It's not exactly like this one, and the one that I purchased, it was a pretty good deal, and it comes in a ton of different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and take the case off, and then we'll discuss those two pieces separately. Okay, so please ignore my crazy crafting supplies in the background. But this is what the case looks like. The back of it has this padding, and it's really cushioned. It's also really stiff. It's not super soft, so it feels like it would take a lot of impact. It has all of the necessary cutouts for all the little pieces. The back of it just says Amazon Freetime, and the corners have these little bumpers on them with extra padding. And I'm assuming that is so that, because probably those areas are going to be the ones that are going to get the most beating, so it adds a little bit of extra cushion to those areas. It's a lot stiffer than I expected, which I think is amazing. It's not silicone, it's not rubber, it's not really slippery. It's got a really nice grip to it. It doesn't slide very easily on my surface. I had it sitting up on my desk just a minute ago, as you guys saw, and it just set up all by itself. It didn't slide around. So I think it's a really nice case overall. Like I said, it sells separately on Amazon for $24.99 right now, but it's included in this particular deal that I got. And I'm going to show you guys how easy this is to put into this case. Alright, so this is the tablet itself. It looks just like a normal tablet. It says Amazon on the back. You just sit one corner in, and you literally can do it with one hand. It just pops right in there. And it's not going to fall out. The corners, I mean, I would recommend buying a screen protector. That did not come in the deal. You can get them separately on Amazon or pretty much anywhere. I do recommend getting one, especially for kids. They're apt to tear up things like mine are. So this is what it looks like inside the case. It's not very heavy. It's really, really light. I can support it with like 1 or 2 fingers really easily, so I don't think it's going to be too difficult for little hands to carry around. As you can see, it's not terribly large. They can hold it on these 2 ends here. They can also hold it from either side like this. And right now I want to kind of talk about what came in this deal that I purchased. So I got the Amazon Fire. It's the 7-inch display. It has Wi-Fi capabilities. It has 8 gigabytes. It also has an expandable memory. So you can buy an SD card, you can pop in it, and you can get way more memory than what comes on it. It comes with the kid-proof case as well, included in the price. It's currently listed on Amazon for $89.99. It is regularly priced at $99.99, which for a tablet like this, honestly, is crazy cheap. For a kid's tablet, it's a little more on the expensive side, but this isn't just your average kid's tablet, which we'll get into that a little bit in a minute. Included in this price is a 1-year subscription of Amazon Freetime, which I will talk about in just a moment, and a 2-year worry-free guarantee. So first I want to talk about this 2-year worry-free guarantee. This is the most amazing warranty I've ever seen on a kid's tablet. Most warranties, you pay extra for them. They don't cover your child being a child. If your kid drops it in the toilet, they're not going to cover that. They'll fix it, but you have to pay for it. If your kid leaves it in the driveway and you run it over, your warranty is probably not going to cover that. If they leave it sitting outside in the yard and it melts from the heat or it warps, they're not going to cover that. With this particular Amazon warranty, it literally says that it's no questions asked. If it gets broken, if it gets damaged, they will replace it within 2 years for free. To me, that's amazing. It really shows that Amazon understands their customers, and they understand how kids work, and they understand that you're really, for some people, $100, which by the time you pay tax and everything on it, it's around $100 you're going to pay for this. $100 is a lot of money for some families. Even if you're pretty well off, I wouldn't say that I'm upper middle class or anything, but I'm not, poor by any means. But still, $100 for a single gift is a lot of money to spend on a child. And so I really feel like at this price point, they understand what their customers are investing in, and they really, really want to make sure that you get the most for your money. And that's something that I really appreciate in this economy, and it's one reason why I am such a loyal Amazon customer. Love Amazon. They're my favorite. I buy everything through them. Literally everything except for groceries I buy from Amazon. So let's talk about this Amazon Freetime. So Amazon Freetime is a child service. Actually, let me flip my camera around first. That's better. So Amazon Freetime is a kid service that offers parents really, really strict access, or it offers parents really strict control over what your child's able to access on this tablet. It has pre-approved games, videos, apps, books, movies, TV shows, things like that your child can access that are all child appropriate. Disney, Nickelodeon, ABC, things like that, those kinds of children's TV shows and games that are for the right age levels, and children's books and movies and things like that are included in this service 100% free. Now, the service itself is not free. This particular deal that I purchased on Amazon comes with a 1-year subscription, which for one child, for me, would normally cost me about $35 for the year. So you save an extra $35 on the subscription, and then after 1 year you can either choose to continue it and you can pay the subscription fee per month, or you can drop it and you won't be charged the fee. Personally, I think the fee is more than worth it. If you're an Amazon Prime member, it's $3 per month for one child, or it's $7 per month for 4 children, up to 4 children. If you're not an Amazon Prime member, it's $5 a month per one child, or $10 a month for up to 4 children. Now, I do not have children of my own, but I have lots of nieces and nephews and little cousins and things like that. And we bought the Leap Pads last year for my 2 nephews, who we got the tablets for this year. And I can tell you without a doubt that I spent well over $30 per child on just the games for them last year. That and they don't last forever. The games, they can play them for a couple of weeks and then they beat them, and then that's it. What's the point of them replaying them? Sometimes if the game's interesting enough, they can play it through 2 or 3 times, but in most cases they're going to play it one time and then that's going to be it. And then you're going to have to replace it. Just like with a DS or with an Xbox or with any other game system, you're going to have to replace those games eventually. And that's more money out of your pocket. And so the amount of money that you're going to save not having to buy the games for this device is more than going to pay for the subscription for a year. Even if you don't have Prime, and even if you end up paying for, up to 4 kids a year and it's $10 a month, that's only $120 a year. For $10 a month, you could not buy a single game a month, and they get access to an unlimited number of games, books, movies, apps, learning, educational things. I don't even know what all is on there. I've spent all day looking at it, and I could probably spend all day playing with it, and I'm 25 years old, so I can only imagine how much fun a kid's gonna have with it. And so I think that the service is amazing, and I think it's more than worth the money that you'll end up paying for it in the long run. But it is optional. You can have it for up to a year. If after a year you don't think that your child uses it enough to warrant paying for it, you don't have to renew it. You don't have to start paying for it. You can go on there and you can disable it from your Amazon account or directly from the tablet itself, turn it off, and they can just access the regular tablet, and you can download and purchase the individual games and books that you want them to have. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that just because I feel like it's a great service. I didn't know anything about it until I bought this tablets. This is the second one that I've purchased, and I learned about Amazon Freetime with the other one, and I spent an entire day the other day looking through it on the other tablet, and then I've spent an entire day today looking through it on this tablet. And honestly, I'm kind of amazed at what all is available on there. And I'll show you guys when I get into looking at the actual tablet itself here in just a minute, some of the access that you have to different games and apps and things like that on there. I really, really, really think it's an amazing service that they're offering for parents, and the ease with which children can use it, and how quickly and easily they can download these things. I've never seen anything comparable. The Leap Pads that we bought last year, it takes probably 4 or 5 minutes for a game to download if you buy it from their website. Now, obviously the cartridges you can just pop right in, but their cartridges, they can get lost, they can get damaged, only one kid can use it at a time. With this, all of your kids can have exactly the same thing. You could buy a tablet for each child. Depending on your price range, that may not be awesome, but you can also buy one tablet and give each child their own profile, and they can download their own individual games and apps and books and movies and things like that, and drawings and whatever they want to do on there, and share a tablet, or you can get 2 tablets, whatever works best for you and your family. But I 100% recommend that you get this Amazon Freetime, and that you get this particular one so that you can get the 1-year subscription, so that you can see firsthand all of the access that your kid's going to have to this stuff. And it's all 100% kid appropriate stuff. I know, because I've spent hours scrolling through it, looking to make sure that there was absolutely no way that my nephew was going to be able to get access to something that he shouldn't have access to. And that's something that's really important to me, because online security nowadays for kids is a big issue. I don't want my nephew or my sister or my nieces or any of the kids in my family to accidentally gain access to something that they shouldn't be seeing. And I really, really worry about that with how much access kids have to the internet nowadays. And so I think that this is an amazing service, and I 100% support this. And I know I sound like one of those like paid spokespeople right now. I promise I'm not. I'm really excited about this. And so I want to go ahead and get into showing it to you guys now, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to attempt to re-record this entire section because my phone decided it hated me and erased all of it. So hopefully I will not forget anything. So this is, let me lock it again here. So this is, I'm going to go ahead and go through the tablet with you guys. I'm going to try to do it pretty quickly so I don't run out of memory again. When you unlock it, swipe up. It'll ask you for a PIN number. I've already set this one up, so I'm not going to show you the setup. It's really super simple. You can get Amazon to walk you through it if you need help. I don't really want to get too into it because it's kind of time consuming, but it's not by any means difficult. And it's really going to vary depending on, how you want to set up your individual tablet. But if you guys have questions about that process, I'd be happy to make a separate video. Just let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see a setup video, and I can go through and show you one on the other tablet that I haven't finished setting up yet. So when you unlock the tablet, it's going to take you to the home screen. The way that you would access the kids' account is you click this Amazon Freetime icon here. And if you actually click it, it'll work. And then you select the picture for the child that you want to access. And this is what it looks like. This is what the Amazon Freetime application actually looks like when it pops up. So it has several different sections. This first section is just going to show you recent items that you've accessed, or that your child has accessed, rather. So the first thing we're going to look at is books. And there are books on pretty much every imaginable subject in here, from common things like SpongeBob, Tom and Jerry, Harry Potter, etc., Scooby-Doo, to less common things or educational items like how to draw, things like that. This particular section I am really excited about because my oldest nephew, he loves to read. And I think that this is really going to help him because, we try to get him to the library as often as possible, but it's on the other side of town, and it's a huge hassle to take all 4 of the kids out there. So we don't go as much as we want, and when you do go with 4 kids, you can only get a couple books per child. So this is going to make everybody's life way easier. Just really quickly to show you how it looks when you try to access a book. To download one, you just tap it, and it automatically will download. It only takes a couple of seconds. Once you've downloaded it, it will have this little check mark, and then you can just click it. If you have been reading it previously, it's going to remember where you were at. You swipe left and right to change pages, and it doesn't require a lot of effort either. You don't have to like stab at it, and it's not super sensitive, but it's also not really difficult like some of the cheap tablets are. I've had tablets that you really had to poke and prod at them to get them to recognize that you were touching them. I don't like that. I also don't like the ones that are like, oh my god, you barely brushed your finger against it. Let's go 74 pages past where you wanted to be. So it's a good medium. Another great thing about this is you can tap on the text, or if you tap the right spot here, there you go. You have to double tap it. That's the problem. I keep forgetting. If you double tap on the text, it'll pop it open bigger. It looks kind of wonky because I'm recording this on my phone, and my phone hates everything electronic. But it's actually really clear, really crisp. Even the smaller text is not that difficult to read. And you just tap again, double tap it again to pop it back inward. And the way that you get out is you swipe up, There's a little arrow key at the bottom. And you can presumably download as many of these as you want. They're all 100% free. That's why it's called Freetime. So the next section is videos. These are all kid-approved videos. There are also full seasons and episodes of popular TV shows such as SpongeBob. Again, you just tap it. Tap the episode that you want. It'll open up, and
are you ready, kids?
As you can see, it's pretty loud. It loads up crazy fast. And I'm not going to keep going. I'll get the SpongeBob theme song stuck in my head. Same thing, you just swipe up, hit the little arrow to go back. And there are videos on, you know, all kinds of stuff in here. There are educational videos in here as well. Daniel the Tiger, popular TV shows. Here's one about popular mechanics. I mean, and it's not just like 4 or 5. I mean, there's, you know, you guys can see I'm scrolling pretty fast here. And there's several hundred videos, TV shows, movies that they can watch. So definitely good for entertainment. Apps. These are games. There are 3 different kinds of apps in here. There are your average kid apps like Olaf's Adventure here that I downloaded earlier. There are common app store type apps like Bejeweled is in here somewhere. I just saw it a minute ago. Here it is. Bejeweled that you can access. It's automatically going to move any apps that you've downloaded to the top, and they'll have this little black check mark beside them to show that they've already been downloaded. The way you would download it is actually it's crazy simple. You just find one that you like. Let's say we want to download this number stack game. You tap it, and I'm going to show you guys how crazy fast these download. Now, the download speeds obviously are going to depend 100% on your internet connection. My internet connection, crazy fast. If your internet connection is not crazy fast, it's going to take longer. That literally took seconds. In less time than it took me to tell you about how crazy fast my internet connection was, that thing downloaded. Kids are not patient. I'm not patient. That's crazy fast. So, take it or leave it. Once you've downloaded it, the little check mark will appear, and you just tap it again. And this one is oriented differently, but that's fine. There you go. Okay, so the next section I want to talk about is characters. This has sort of, it's like everything else that you can access on here, sorted. So if you only want to look at stuff about puppies, you just click the one that says puppies. It'll show you books first, and then it will show you apps, and then it will show you videos exclusively related to puppies. And again, all free, 100% free. They can download them all they want. We're not going to get too far into that. And there's a ton of popular stuff in here. Frozen, Thomas the Train, Harry Potter. I was super psyched to see this. A bunch of the Harry Potter books are in here. I don't think they're all in here. Let's see. Half-Blood Prince, Chamber of Secrets, Deathly Hallows, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Sorcerer's Stone, Prisoner of Azkaban. I feel like there's one missing. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I read the Harry Potter books, but these are all in here. And they're the full books. They're not like, you know, couple pages. And another great thing about this, let me actually go back and download one of the other ones to show you guys this. So we'll just click on this one here. And again, it downloads pretty fast. That was just a couple of seconds, which absolutely amazes me. So when you first open it, I don't think it's going to do it because I've already set up, but there's this thing called WordWise. And it will, because when you set up your child's profile, it asks you to put in your child's age, and this thing will help them learn to read. So words that might be difficult for them to understand, like hooting, I don't know if you guys can see this. Hooting, it says, is a sound made by a type of bird. And you can click on it and it will give you the word-wise definition, the dictionary definition. It also gives you the translation. You can translate that into other languages if you want to know what hooting is in German. It automatically translates it into German for you. I don't know if there's a German word for that. We're probably never going to use that. But if you wanted to, you could. Also, as your child reads and flips through the pages, this down here tells them what percentage of the book they've read, and based on their current reading speed, how many minutes it's going to take them to finish the chapter. Again, to exit, you just go back. The last section I want to talk about in here really quickly is the web. Now, you can enable or disable this entirely. I initially had it disabled, and then I did some research and realized that it was totally fine for it to be enabled because he wasn't going to be able to access anything crazy. And I've tested this pretty thoroughly to make sure that he can't get onto any inappropriate sites. If my camera would stop moving, that would be amazing. So it asks you to enter a URL. So if you enter in something child appropriate, like let's say Disney.com, it pops right up and takes you to the Disney.com website. Now, if you were to enter something not child friendly, like let's say Twitter, you want to go to Twitter. No, it's not going to let you into Twitter. Let's say you try to pull up Facebook.com. Oh, you know what? I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Let's go to Facebook.com. No, won't let me access Facebook.com because Facebook hasn't been pre-approved. So you can go in and you can pre-approve certain websites like Twitter or Facebook that you want your child to access, that the tablet itself is going to automatically block, and then it will allow them into it. If it's not a pre-approved website by you and Amazon Freetime doesn't recognize it as a child appropriate website, it's not going to allow them to access it. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the features of the tablet besides Amazon Freetime. So to change from the kid profile to the adult profile, you swipe down, exit profile. You choose the profile that you want from the lock screen, and it will ask you to put in your PIN. Now it's going to ask you when you set up the tablet to set up an individualized PIN for each person who's going to be using the tablet. I set up the same PIN for both of them, just for the purposes of this tutorial and getting it set up, and also because I locked everything down so he can't access anything but the Freetime and like the calculator anyways, so it's not going to be a huge issue. So you can set up your tablet any way you want. Like I said, I have mine completely locked down. Literally the only thing that he can access is this stuff right here. Freetime will take him into his app. I don't have an issue with him accessing the calculator, the clock, the weather, or the help apps. I don't think there's any way for him to do anything crazy with any of those apps. I mean, I guess he could set it up on like Chinese time if he wanted to and have the date and the time crazy messed up. That's not going to hurt anything. I don't care. So he can also access the settings, but he can't really go in and unlock anything. So like if he were to try and go into the security section, it's going to ask for that parental control password. If he tries to go in, okay, anyways, so like I was saying, if he tries to access the parental controls, it's going to ask for that password. So he's not really going to be able to access anything to where he can unlock anything or get into a section that I don't want him to get into, which is why I completely locked this down. Again, he's my nephew, doesn't live with me, so I wanted to make 100% sure that even if he gained access to the main profile, he still wouldn't be able to get into anything he shouldn't see. The next section I want to talk about on here is my account. Now, yes, you guys can see my Kindle password or my Kindle email address. I don't actually use that, so I guess if you guys want to spam email me, go right ahead. You can register or deregister it to your Amazon account here. I have Amazon Prime, so I went ahead and registered it to my Amazon account to make sure that he'd have access to, you know, all of my Amazon stuff, and so that I could go ahead and pay for the subscription when it came time for the Freetime. You can manage your Amazon account settings in here. Again, this is blocked, so he can't get in there. You can view and manage your Prime subscriptions, also blocked, so he can't get in there. Social networks, blocked, so he can't get in there. I blocked all of this stuff, but this is how you would set up all of that. The next section that I want to get into is parental controls. Let me put in the password really quickly. Go. Excuse me. Okay, so once you're in the parental control section, you can allow or block just about anything on this tablet. Household profiles. You can't, you can go in here and you can edit their individual profile. You can change the picture, you can change the name, you can add a new child. I don't want to do that. You can, under child settings, you can set daily goals and time limits. Education is really important to me, especially for my nieces and nephews and my little sister. I am 199.9999% all about education. So their education is really extremely important to me. So one thing that I'll probably set up on here later, because I haven't done it yet, because I haven't really decided about it yet, I want to talk to his mom first, are daily goals and time limits. So I'm going to show you how you would set that up. You can set it up for weekdays or weekends. So he goes to school during the week. Obviously, his bedtime, let's say, was 8 a.m. Or, yeah, his bedtime's 8 a.m. His bedtime's 8 p.m. Let's say you want to make sure he's in bed on time every night. So if he was going to go to bed at 8 p.m., I would probably set it at like 8:30 or like 7:30 to make sure that he had time to brush his teeth and everything before bed. So it would automatically turn itself off at 7:30 p.m. if you did that. It would lock him out so that he could not access it again until 8 a.m. Educational goals, you can set daily reading goals and daily goals of educational apps and videos. Let's say you want your kid to read at least an hour a day. You could set that up so they need to read at least an hour a day on their tablet. You can also make it so that they have to complete those goals before you can play any just regular games or, you know, watch any YouTube videos or anything like that. So if you want your kid to, let's say you're trying to really promote reading and you want to make sure that they're doing at least an hour a day reading, go in there, set up that you want them to read for at least an hour a day, and block all other entertainment content until that daily goal is met. So it will not allow him to access any games, any videos, anything until he's read for at least an hour that day. I think that's great, especially if you have a kid who maybe doesn't like to do, you know, those kinds of things, reading and such. You can also set a total screen time limit. I know that's one thing that a lot of parents worry about, is their child's not getting enough exercise. They're not spending enough time outside, spending too much time watching TV, playing video games, etc. So let's say you don't want your kid to spend more than an hour a day playing on this thing at all. You can set it up to, you know, however many hours a day. Or you can just, you know, you can do unlimited. You can set, let's say you only want them to spend, I don't know, 2.5 hours a day on this thing, max. It's all the time it's going to let them have on it for the whole day. Or you can set up time by activity. How much time do you want them to spend reading books? How much time do you want them to spend, you know, browsing the web, using apps? Let's say you want them to only browse the web for half an hour a day. They can use apps for an hour, but you only want them to spend, I don't know, let's say 15 minutes a day watching videos. Obviously, reading books, we're going to set that as unlimited. Why would you want to stop your child from reading? Come on, that's crazy. But no, maybe you do. Maybe you're not about reading. If you do, you can restrict it. You maybe don't want them to watch videos at all. You can block it entirely. So you can go in here and you can customize this for your individual child. I'm just going to leave it turned off though for now. You can also manage storage. That's going to ask you for your password again. This is the section where you go to add or remove content. You can add videos from the web. It's going to pop up, take you to YouTube here when you do that. And let's see if we can find a video that it'll allow. Let's search, I don't know, let's search for something. That's not what I wanted. Let's search for cats. I like cat videos. It would help if I could spell cats, probably. Alright. Funny cat compilation. Oh, well, I keep having this issue where it's like blocking me from viewing the videos. Who knows why? It hates me, that's why. There's a way to do this. I apparently just keep accessing videos that like you can't watch on other devices. Here we go.
What up, peeps?
You can click allow. Can I pause this? It's super loud. You click allow when you find a video that it'll actually let you allow that YouTube hasn't blocked for some unknown reason. And it'll add this to their content section. So they could search for this particular video. If it's one of their favorite videos, you can add it right on there. You could also add movies that they have on YouTube. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I know that my little nephews like to watch movies and episodes of stuff on YouTube. You can do that. My sister, she likes PewDiePie. I know that's probably not super kid appropriate. She's not a kid though, she's a teenager. So you can do all that. You can add them. You can add websites that you want them to access. There's some settings in here. You can enable or disable pre-approved web content. You can also enable or disable cookies if you wanted to do so. You can add or remove books, videos, and apps that you've downloaded from your account. These are, I'm going to have to hold it sideways because of the way that my camera is positioned. These are some books that I downloaded to my Amazon account. These would not show up in the child section, but I can go on and I can add them. Like if I want him to, I don't know, I thought I had Netflix on here, but I don't. I'm going to have to download that. Let's say you wanted him to have access to, you know, Treasure Island. You can select that. It'll automatically add it to his account. You can uncheck it and remove it. There we go. Your FaceTime Unlimited subscription. You can enable or disable the web browser. This is how you would do that. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. You can limit their web content, again, right there. Camera settings. You can enable or disable the camera, whatever you prefer. You can edit your child's profile here, change their picture, their birthday. They have a teen section for the Amazon Freetime as well. Great for kids 11 and older or 10 and younger. I haven't used the teen section, so I have no idea how awesome or unawesome it may be. I can do a review on that if you guys want to see one. Just leave me a comment down below that you'd like me to go through it, and I'll set it up, add up a profile, and go through it and review it and see how it looks. You can change your password. It asks you to put in your PIN number first before you can do that, obviously. There's a help section that you can access with all the user guide information and some common questions. Would help if I actually tap tapped it. Keep tapping the wrong thing. I'm bad at this. So yeah, so that's basically what it comes down to. Like I said, it actually still it works as a fully functioning tablet if you don't have everything blocked like I do. I'm sorry, I blocked it. I guess I could unblock it and show you guys what it looks like. But if you really want me to, just leave me a comment down below and I'll show you guys on the other one. But basically that's about it. That's about the review. Again, I think it's an amazing tablet. As you guys can see, I'm totally in love with it. I'm kind of really super tempted to buy one for myself now, and buy one for the rest of my nieces and nephews, because I really feel like they would love it, and I feel like it promotes a lot of educational things, and it would be a great experience for any child. One thing really quickly I'll show you guys is just some gameplay on it. Let me find a game here, and we'll go through and see what the controls. I'm not good at playing games, so I might super suck at this, and if so, it's not the tablet's fault. I'm notoriously bad at any type of games, just at all in general. So if I completely, fail. This one's taking a little longer than the other ones to download. I'm going to download Bejeweled because I've played it a couple times. So maybe I won't completely crash and burn. Probably I still will though. Alright, let's see what the gameplay on it looks like. Probably should have showed you guys this earlier, but I don't think ahead. We got the EA logo, the Candy Pop logo. Let's just go with classic. Can I not change the orientation? No, I can't. Whatevs. I'll play it sideways anyways. So as you can see, it seems to be working really well. I'm really horrible at these kinds of games, though. I just want to point that out for you guys. How horrible I am. There we go. So, it's really super responsive. It works really quickly and easily. I'm not experiencing any lag, any delays. I haven't had it freeze up on me once. And, I've been playing. Even just recording this video, I've been at for well over an hour. I haven't had it freeze up once. My phone has frozen up on me 3 times while recording this video, and this tablet has not given me a single problem. And I have an iPhone, so I feel like I'm blind and I'm just not seeing this next move. I have an iPhone, and it was several $100s. If you have an iPhone, you understand what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure this tablet works better than my iPhone. So there you go. There's some gameplay for you. So yeah, so that's the end of my review. Like I said, I think it's a great little tablet. I think the Amazon Freetime for Kids is amazing. If you have any questions about the review, leave me a comment down below. If you want to see me review the Amazon Freetime Teen version, leave me a comment as well if you have any questions, or if you would like to see me review the regular version of this tablet, the Amazon Fire tablet, not just the kids section, and see how well even just this kids version of the tablet would work for an adult. Also, leave me a comment down below. I'll go through all of that for you as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put in links to everything, the case that I purchased, since I don't want a pink one, and also to this particular tablet and the deal that I got on Amazon. All of that's going to be posted in the comments or in the description below. And like I said, any questions or anything like that that you have, hit me up. I'm happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.